So today me and my son are doing rear brake pads on a 2014 Dodge Durango. I'm going to go show you guys one side because we're kind of in a rush. So I'm going to show you one side. It's the same thing for the other side. Here's the truck here. All right, first thing first, we're going to take off all the lug nuts. There's 5 lug nuts on this truck. All right, tire off. All right, this is the rotor. This is the caliper right here that holds the brake pads. That's the caliper. Back here are the caliper pins right here. They're inside. It takes a T47, which is this here. That's a T47. So now we take off the rear caliper. Gotta get a little extension. All right, right here, it's a brake clip. You gotta take that brake clip off with a pry bar or flathead screwdriver. Pry bar or flathead screwdriver. Then the brake clip come on. All right, now once you take out the guider pins and you take the clip off, then the caliper should come right off. Let me zoom in so y'all can see a little bit better. There you go. There you go. Caliper comes right off. Now, this here, this is a piston. This is your caliper piston. You have to push this back with a C-clamp or a tool made to push it. This is a C-clamp. So if you open this up like that, first of all, this comes off. You open this up like this. You put it on there like that. Tighten it up, and then you just turn it. Slowly turn it until you compress the piston backwards. And that's what it does. It goes back like that. See? Back like that. Once you compress that piston back, you pop off the rear brake pad. The front brake pad just falls off. And then now we're ready to attach the new brake pad. Make sure you got your brake grease and your new brake pads. New brake pads. All right, so you want to apply the brake grease where the brake pads have contact with the caliper. So this area here and this area here is where the caliper touches the brake pads. So you want to grease here and here. Okay? You don't need a lot of grease. Just a little bit of grease goes a long way. You see that, son? Just a little bit of grease goes a long way, okay? Okay. All right. Now we put the rear brake pads onto the caliper. So you want to go with the shape of the caliper. You want to go with the shape of the brake pad. See that round part here? You want to go like this on the caliper. It has to match the shape of the caliper. So you put your front brake pad, this is the front one, goes like this. It slides in these two grooves right here. It slides in these two grooves. So see, brake caliper goes like that. I mean the brake pad goes like that on the caliper bracket. Okay? Say hi everybody.
Hi, buddy.
My son's out here helping me. He's earning him some money today. Ain't that right? You working, making some money? Junior?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Now we gotta hurry up because the customer's kind of in a rush. Alright, you put this brake pad with the pins in it inside of the caliper piston. That hole right there, these pins go in that hole. These pins go in that hole, and you want to keep. There you go. It clips in just like that. So we got the front on, we got the back on, and now we slide it on. Okay? Now that we slide it on, we want to take the caliper pins in the back. We want to engage them and then thread them into the back of the caliper bracket. So these right here, you see my finger pointing, these, we want to push those in, and then we can start screwing those into the caliper bracket. Now we want to put the caps. These caps, they protect the guider pins from corrosion, from weather, water damage, rain, snow. These protect it so they won't get seized up in there. So we want to make sure to put these caps back on. Now, usually you get new hardware. This is brake hardware, this clip. Usually you get new hardware, but sometimes, depending on the customer buys the parts and it don't come with the new hardware. Sometimes if you get like Duralast Gold from AutoZone, it comes with the new hardware. But you want to make sure you put the new hardware. You want to get new hardware. But sometimes, I don't recommend it, but sometimes you can reuse the old one if you had no choice. Like I said, I don't recommend it. I recommend you get new hardware. But like I said, depending on the situation, some people can afford, the part with the new hardware, and some people can. So you always want to use new hardware, but we're going to put the old hardware on here because the new brakes did not come with the new hardware. Okay, so we're going to clip this on here. These two short ones go right here on the front of the caliper, and then the long ones, right, they go behind the caliper, and they kind of press on it like a spring, and it holds it in place. So we want to put those two in the hole like that, right? See, so we get these bottom side in right here, get those locked into place. Then we can push this like that, and boom. Now with the new hardware, if you had new hardware, it'd be a lot harder than that. You will have to use a screwdriver or something to get that on there because it is like a spring, it's hard. But yeah, we got that on there. Now we put the tire back on. The new brakes are installed, so we put the tire back on. Go. Make sure to do proper lifting. Don't hurt your back. It's not working. Alright, so when you guys put the lugger nuts on, hand thread it first. Make sure it's on the thread by hand. You don't have to do it all the way, just by hand, okay? And then when you use this, you go in a diagonal pattern. So you start here, 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 and here. That's how you tighten up the tire. Don't go in order like this. Go diagonal. Alright, pump your brakes for me. Have the customer pump their brakes so it engages the piston onto the back of the brake pad, which would then put fluid back into that caliper that we push out from pushing the piston back. You guys have a good day. This is Meech Mechanic.